Before he finished speaking, Charlie suddenly stretched out his hand and grabbed Yanzheng's hand, pointing at him, with a sudden force of his wrist. With a click, Yanzheng's right hand broke directly from his wrist. What? The younger was holding his drooping hand and shouted angrily to the two burly men behind him, "Damn, kill him for me. Kill him now." Yanzheng's son Weiliang also said furiously, "Boy, do you dare to hurt my dad? You are done. My dad's bodyguard is known as the God of War and the Realm Master, and you must die today." God of War? Realm Master? Charlie looked at the two big guys walking towards him, and said coldly, "Since the reputation is so powerful, then I will let them both kneel down and call me dad today." Seeing this, Philip was shocked and blurted, "Charlie, be careful. Both of them are good hands with countless blood on their hands. You are not their opponent." After speaking, he gritted his teeth and said to Yanzheng, "Second, let them stop and don't hurt Charlie, I promise your terms." In Philip's view, Charlie is not only his favorite son-in-law in the future, but also the only bloodline of his brother who has passed away many years ago. In any case, he can't sit back and watch Charlie die because of himself. In that case, he would have no face to face Charlie's parents. Yanzheng clutched his wrists, gritted his teeth and cursed, "Compromise now? It's too late. This kid dares to hurt me, I'm sure to let him be broken into pieces." After that, he said to the two men, "Kill him. Immediately. Immediately." Yanzheng's two bodyguards also looked grim at this time. One of them is known as the God of War, and the other is known as the Realm Master. They are all famous characters in the arena, and now being so insulted by a little kung fu boy, naturally it is indignant, just thinking of killing him to defend dignity. Just when the two rushed to Charlie, Sarah, Philip, and Lenon were all nervous and their hearts beating like drums. They were all afraid that Charlie would have a slight accident. Especially for the couple, they had just met Charlie again, and didn't dare to put him in danger. But just between the electric flints, Charlie did not retreat. Instead, he greeted the God of War and the Realm Master. He transferred his spiritual energy to both hands, with one arm, and it was like catching a chicken in an instant, one in each hand. Grabbing the two people's necks, and lifting them. At this moment, everyone was stunned in shock. What happened? What the hell is going on? These are Eastcliff's famous God of War and Realm Lord. The strength of these two people, in the circle of bodyguards of the rich in Eastcliff, can almost go sideways. Except for the top metaphysical masters supported by the Sioux family and the Wade family in the legend, the others are not their opponents at all. However, a young man like Charlie directly diffuses the two men's offense, and directly grabs the two men's necks and makes the 2 feet leave the ground immediately. At this time, Charlie's hands were like hydraulic pliers with dozens of tons of pressure, and they stuck their necks firmly. The two were shocked instantly. Desperately kicking his legs and waving his arms, he wanted to interrupt Charlie's arms and escape to live. However, only then did he realize that his body seemed to be choked by all power. The arms flicked up, like two long inflated balloons. They couldn't use half of their power at all. Naturally, the same is true for his legs, and he can only hang in the air, unable to kick even if he wants to. The expressions of the two of them were terrified, and their complexions quickly turned black and purple because of their suffocation. The Gu family were also scared silly. What the FCK is this monster? One person, 2 hands, made a God of War and a Realm Master like this bird? At this moment, everyone present was stunned. Not only Yanzheng and Yangang who came to provoke, but even Philip's family of 3 were shocked and speechless. This God of War and a Realm Master were both very famous figures in Eastcliff. The two had killed countless people and had never suffered any defeats. Anyone who mentioned them would be disgraced. However, the two of them couldn't even handle a single move in front of Charlie. At least there must be back and forth in normal battles. As the saying goes, you punch me and kick me, see what you do, and look for flaws. This is what a master can do. But Charlie suddenly rushed up, and the 2 hands pinched the 2 top masters into this bird shape, which made people wonder, how strong is his strength? Charlie ignored the shock of these people. He looked at these two people contemptuously, and said coldly, "Don't say I didn't give you a chance to survive. Kneel down and call Dad. If the call is nice and pleasant, I'll spare your lives. Will you?" The two of them stared at Charlie with a look of resentment. Although they could not speak, their expressions were full of resentment and dissatisfaction. Charlie nodded, and said with a smile, "A god of war, a realm master. There really is something. He is not very capable, and his temper is not small. Okay, if that's the case, then reincarnate in the next life and be a good person." After speaking, increased their strength a bit, making the two immediately feel the fear of death. Although these two murdered countless people, in the final analysis, they were also greedy for prosperity and wealth. Otherwise, they would not sell their lives to Yanzheng. Therefore, when the death approached, both of them were in agreement, and they began to feel extreme panic and pain. They are not reconciled to die like this. After all, there are so many riches and glory in the world that they have not enjoyed, or have not enjoyed enough. They have been working hard at the border for so many years, and they have gone all the way to the present, in order to be able to enjoy the life of a master. However, it is not worth it to die in vain before enjoying a few years of blessing. Afterwards, the god of war held by Charlie on his left hand shouted hoarsely, "Dad, Dad,